A father wants someone that's going to love his daughter and provide for her. But ultimately, I want something that's going to complete her. And you guys are just the perfect match.
The day you brought Sean to our apartment and said, "Oh my God, I think this is the one." He's a gentle soul, and he lit your soul on fire.
You know, your journey, each of you, to this moment is quite a story. I scrambled the letters from your first names, Taylor and Sean, and came up with the anagram phrase, a story lane, a story road, a story path that you've been on for the past 6-some years. After you met, most of us know it wasn't always a smooth stretch. Taylor, you were uber cautious. And Sean, you were persistent in your pursuit. But ultimately, the two of you developed a friendship which deepened over time into a mutual attraction. And eventually that friendship caught fire.
I met you when you were just a 17-year-old boy, and I've watched you evolve into a strong, hard-working, respectable man that you are today. I married your sister, so you didn't have a choice but to be my brother. You are now a husband and a father, and I couldn't be any more proud of you as I am today.
I promise to listen, to hear, and to always consider your feelings and thoughts as we travel together on this journey. I promise to honor, love, and cherish you as long as we both shall live. I promise to be there for you whenever you need me. I promise to keep my boots outside and my clothes in the hamper. You are and always will be the light to my darkness. You have and always will be my greatest adventure.
Sean David, you walked into my life just as my whole world started to change. I was so undeserving, and yet you were so relentless. I pushed, and you pulled. I wept, and you embraced. I was a disaster, one of the worst of its kind, and you had the audacity to tell me I was beautiful. Falling for you wasn't falling at all. It was like walking into a house and suddenly knowing I was home. Even if it took me 3 years to accept that one, I know now that God was preparing my heart to be the wife that you deserve. I vow to show you that same patience for as long as I live.
So growing up, there was not a night that I didn't crawl into bed with her. There was every single night I would try and sleep in my own bed, and every night I'd crawl into bed with her, mainly because my parents would never in a million years let me crawl in bed with them. But that quickly turned into there's no one that I trust more to keep me safe than my own sister. The second I knew that Tay was going to help me be brave was the day I lost one of my very first teeth. Taylor and a bridesmaid, Corinne, they sat me down in an office chair. They tied a piece of floss around my tooth. They told me to pretend to squeeze a penny between my butt, and they just yanked. And from this day on, if I ever needed advice on being brave, I just remembered to squeeze that penny. So thank you, Tay, for keeping me safe and making me brave.
To symbolize the unique blending of their lives together, Sean and Taylor have chosen a sand ceremony where sand is poured into a container and it mingles and blends together, thousands of grains of sand, and it forms a sculpture, it forms an artwork that the way it blends, the way that it looks has never been seen before and will never be done again. And so it is as unique as the life that you will share. Well, you can't have a better formula for a life together than that, willing to lay down your life for one another.